What do people say about you when you are not in the room? Not the job title, not the LinkedIn tagline, the real story. Because that is your brand. And in uncertain markets, it's not your org chart that's protecting you. It's the perception you've built when no one is watching. Okay. If you've listened to me do one of these before, you know what I'm going to say next. Grab something to write with, pen and paper, not typing. I want you to take notes, especially if you're one of my neurodivergent folks. But even if you aren't, writing things down activates embodied cognition. It helps your brain retain and apply what we're covering today. This is about integration, not inspiration. Although I might throw a little inspiration in just for fun. Okay, you have that pen and paper? Are you ready? Let's talk about this. Most people treat brand as an afterthought. They're thinking resume bullets or a polished social post, a quick update when they're job hunting or launching. But real brand power is not reactive, it is resilient. Because here's the truth: you cannot control the market, but you can control the meaning people attach to your name. In fast moving markets, visibility comes and goes. Organizations restructure overnight. Status gets reshuffled. But the impression you have created, that lasts. I want you to write down 3 words people consistently associate with you or that you want them to. This is the foundation of your leadership brand. I can tell you what mine are now. And probably some of them were the same words people used to describe me when I was the VP of operations at that fintech startup I'm always talking about. I was employee 23. When we got acquired, there were 500 employees, 400 of them reported to me. And I blew the minds of the acquiring company executives the day we announced the acquisition by greeting all of the San Francisco Bay Area folks. There were about 400 of them there by name. And she was kind of like, how on earth does this woman do this? Anyway, that's not the words that people associate me with. What do they associate when they think of me? They think about either energy and enthusiasm, or they think about calm, clarity, and breathing. Being able to catch your breath. Those are my Wendy words. Time and time and again, those are the things people say when they talk with me, whether that is in my role as a coach, whether that is in my friendships, or when people come and visit my home. So write your 3 words down. What are the 3 words people consistently associate with you? We now have the foundation of your leadership brand. Now let's define it clearly. Your brand is the story people tell about you when you are not in the room. It's shaped by how you show up, what you say, what you share, and the energy you bring into spaces. It is not about being everywhere. It is about being consistent and clear wherever you do show up. That's the difference between noise and trust. Now, what have you been known for in the past that you're ready to evolve out of? I want you to write it down. No shame, just awareness. This is where the shift begins. I've spent most of my career being known for my left brain, systems thinking, process improvement, both in my nonprofit and for-profit leadership roles. I was the person who fixed the broken program, the broken department, over and over and over again. And while I still have a process improvement brain, at this time, in my career, in this season of my life, I'm really leaning into my creative right brain, which, by the way, is equally as big. I just haven't given it space, haven't let it take the stage. And that's a huge part of who I am now and kind of evolving out of the process improvement person. It's a lot of fun. I love helping other people do that. Okay. Now, how do we build a resilient brand? Resilience is one of my favorite words. Sometimes it's a little overused, but I'm not breaking up with it. I love the word resilient. I'm probably one of the most resilient persons that a lot of the people who know me know. Resilience is a word they do love to use about me, especially the me in the last 2.5 years. So, how do you build a resilient brand? Here's how to make your brand work for you quietly and powerfully. Clarify your core message. What are the 1 or 2 ideas you want people to associate with you long term? Repeat them. Anchor everything to them. Show your lens, not just your wins. Share how you think, how you see problems, how you solve. That's what sticks, not just what you've done. Now, if you've heard me teach you how to do resumes, obviously that's all about what you've done in a whole lot of ways. But we're talking about resilient brands here. And we want people to understand how you think, how you see problems, and how you solve problems. That is what sticks. Use your voice in low stakes places. Don't wait for the TED Talk. Now, I know somebody who's an amazing coach for people who are working on their TED Talks, but that's not the point here. Don't wait for the TED Talk. Start in Slack, in meetings, in your DMs. Brand is built in the everyday. If you're an entrepreneur and you're listening to this, your DMs are an amazing, powerful place where you can use your voice. And if you want to know more about my thoughts on how to do that, reach out to me because I have something magical for you. Okay. So we want to build our brand every day. Brand is built in the everyday. Now, our 4th item here is build trust by showing up consistently. That doesn't mean every day. It means every time you do, it feels like you, that you are consistent. What's one idea or value you want to be known for even when you are not in the room? You may not quite know for sure whether you are known for it, but you want to be. Write it in your notes, and if you feel like it, drop it in the comments so we can all see. This is the root of your resilient brand. Now, when your brand is strong, people refer you without hesitation. Opportunities find you even when you are quiet, and your value becomes independent of your current role or organization, which is the ultimate in resilience. A clear brand gives you protection, access, direction. It's not about personal PR. It's about building professional equity. Now, I have 3 things I want to talk with you about. One is be a good human. Do you know somebody who needs this? Somebody who is not sleeping at night these days and they're craving an economic resilience strategy? Share this with them. And if you want to keep building your long game brand, I have a weekly email with sharp insights on sustainable leadership, visibility, decision making. We start with a cocktail of calm. There's a recipe that is usually for your career, but every once in a while it's actually food. And then really amazing information on some trainings I'm doing. And I've got a couple things planned for the future for it too. If you would like a little clarity with your cocktail, reach out to me. Let me know. You can drop that in the comments. You can reach out to me in the DMs. You can send me a cocktail emoji. Heck, you could send me a cocktail recipe. Also, We already talked about some of the Wendy words. My economic resilience strategy, clarity and calm. They're overused, but those are the words people say when they talk about me, and they have for years. If your brand needs an intentional evolution, or you're shifting seasons and want support shaping your voice, oh, I got you on that one. I offer private calls to map that out. We'll uncover what your next level brand should actually do for you. So let me know if you'd like a clarity and calm call. Once again, drop it in the DMs or let me know in the comments. I'll see you next time.